All right, let's go over Godzilla versus King Kong when what's it called? When King Kong shoves the axe in Godzilla's mouth. So let's go over here. Godzilla will be on this side, and then he'll be on that side. Let's draw a line right here for the top of Godzilla's head. Down right here for the front of his eye. Out over here for kind of the top of his mouth. Down over here would be the front of his mouth. Line back for the top of the mouth. Out over here for his open mouth. Down over here for kind of the front lower portion of the jaw. Let's see. Line here for the back of the jaw. Connect that dot right there, right? It's like very connected dots. Pull down over here for underneath the jaw. Down over here for the front of the body. And let's see if we can get the back there in like kind of a swoop. We're going to pull curved line for the back. Obviously no spikes yet. Straight line down for the front of the eye. Back over here for the top of the eye. Front for the front of the eye. For the lower part of the eye. And right now I'm going to draw his hand. So curve here for the shoulder. Line out over here for the top part of the arm. Curve for the elbow area. Line out for the forearm area. Down over here for the wrist. Out over here is flailing the top of the finger, claw. Down for the claw. Up. In for the bottom of that claw / hand for the finger. Repeat with another one. Pulling back over here for kind of the palm area. We're going to pull another claw from behind over there. He's just reaching out. If you really want... we're not going to throw his thumb in there. I think that's not a good idea. Go over here to this area. Pull back. That's the elbow. Pull back over here for the arm. Right in the shoulder blade there. Okay. Gonna connect this line down here. See this? Think of a swoop right here, okay? Try to catch this on this side. Down. And maybe a little more down. Line over here for the back of the leg. Out, down. Let's see how on the screen I am. And over here, curve for the top of the leg. Right here for the other part of the leg. And I think that's far enough. It's good. We're going to focus on this part of him. Let's go over here and draw the teeth. Right here, just triangles. Relatively small, in my opinion. Is like compared to, obviously they're gigantic, but, relative to his scale, right? He doesn't have like venom teeth, right? Line right there for the nostril. Okay, let's go with the spikes on his back. Up, down, up, down, up, down. For one kind of clump of spikes. Go over here, move on. Next, right? Over here, you can kind of overlap them just a bit. Bigger mountains. Think of them as mountains on his back. And it's just going to go off the page over there. You can keep kind of going over here a little bit. Line back there. Curve line over here, kind of for the back, kind of where his ear is. Line back over here in for kind of that skin on the side of the mouth. Line underneath his eye. And you can draw more mountains over here. Like right there. Not as big though. Right there. Right there. Nowhere near as big, but they're more or less, I think they're just called osteoderms, right? these spikes back here. All right, curve underneath, line, 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 line here, kind of rounded out his area. Over here for his shoulder, we're gonna go same thing. Thinner line, by the way, forgive me. Thin line going all the way down. Thinner line. Same thing on the side of the leg. Got these giant, giant legs. You're trying to go with the form, so the curvature of the form. Same thing over here on this side. At least we have to kind of miss the spike area. All right, going pretty good. Maybe one more over here. Going over here to the mountains, and we're gonna make thinner textures inside, right? That are kind of almost mirroring it to give it. It's just zigzag up and down. They're just like mountains, you know. Think of them like natural mountains, right? Just zigzagging that stuff in there. Let's go over here to the face. Curve, curve, curve. You can always draw a little bit right here. Line, line, line. Thin. Keep it thin, okay? That's a big part of this. You gotta keep it thin. Cheekbone. Maybe a little bit over here in the front. Nothing wild. And you can continue kind of right here down. We're gonna draw some shadow. And the reason I do that is because you want to kind of anchor some of these features. Let's do a little bit darker right here in his eye, just a bit. A little bit right below the armpit. Dark right there. You can kind of throw something here at the front. Over here, maybe in the back leg as well. You can throw some darkness over there. If you really like, you can really darken it. You can darken that whole thing, but we're not going to do that. And so let's go over here and do the other direction. Right? They're going to come off like scales, thin. It's going to vignette out over there, so you're going to kind of ignore this part of Godzilla over here. Curve over here, curve over here. Line. A little bit more of the cheekbone here. And you can even do that over here in the stomach, but you don't really have to. But he's got scales all over him. And this is kind of more or less kind of a shortcut into finding all that stuff. You have to kind of like ignore that over here at some point. And that is Godzilla so far, okay? He has his other hand over here if you want. We'll see if we need it or not. So now we're going to have Kong shove that thing into his mouth. So, see, right here, we're going to draw line, line, line over here. And what we're going to do here is draw a finger. Another finger, another finger, another finger, but it's gonna have hair over here, right? On his arm area and over here. Let's find his face before we do anything, just to orient ourselves, okay? His face is gonna be kind of over here. So I'm gonna see line over here, top of his brow, front of his forehead, back, down over here, curve line in here to find the eye and that darkness, nose, down, big upper lip, right? From the lip, the space between the upper lip and the nose is huge. Over here, he's gonna be like Just making more or less a regular expression here. Down. Line over here for the inside of his teeth. Out, down. Down over here. Curve. Nostril. That line might be almost too big. Line over here. Down. Over here for the mouth. And I think, is this chin covered in hair? I forget. No, I don't think so. His chin's not covered in hair. He's got like the hair pattern on his face. Back. He's got a pretty small back of the skull. And then I think the hair exposes his brow over here. Down over here. Yeah, kind of like this, I believe. Curve right here. So he's not making like a mean face. It's kind of bizarre to look at. Back here, he does have a pretty big jaw. Let's go over here to the line there. Curve for the ear, like a Y inside of it. That's a very shorthand. And let's go over here to draw his back into his arm over there. He's just chilling out. Line here below his neck. Also, I like putting darkness there. Let's curve down into the chest area, upper chest, and then shoulder. Line over here. Far, like lower pec right here, pulling in. Lower pec right here, pulling in, pulling up. All right, right on. Zigzagging right here, because I'm going to draw his arm just to his side right there. But you're zigzagging to get hair. Line down. Down. Kind of the ab network. Down here. Curve, curve. And I'm going to put some hair over here because it's going to be, it's kind of like the edge there will have hair. Over here as well. Curve. Let's go over here as well, the rib cage over here, and I'm zigzagging that line. Right on. Let's go over here now. We're gonna have his hand sticking out. Line over here. Line over here. And now I'm gonna have the rest of the axe as he jams it in there. So the axe, let's see, so it'll be stick right here. I'm trying to find the other side of it, imagining it go through. Okay, doing good so far? All right, so let's go over here and draw these thin lines real quick before we draw the end of the axe. These thin lines, just kind of around him, because he has hair all over his body. We're just drawing these relatively thin lines, kind of showing off the direction, and mostly just kind of putting it everywhere. Same thing over here in his face, back of his head even, just kind of putting it, not, you don't do it everywhere, but doing it plenty would be good. Line over here. Curve, 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 curve. I'm just throwing little details everywhere on him now because I want it to kind of be cohesive. All right. I love this scene in the movie, by the way, when he does that. It's so awesome. All right. Let's go over here now. I'm going to draw a little bit more jaggedy because it did look like it was made of like a crummy stick. Curve over here, curve, curve, curve for the kind of a rope around it or whatever, the thing he attaches. I think it was like Godzilla's spike, right? That's what it looked like. I forgot because I saw the movie. Did he take it right from Godzilla? I forgot. I don't think he did, right? No, it was just an axe that he found down there. line over here. If you're here right now, say hi to me, and I will know that you made it this far into the video, because no one's going to make it this far into the video. Let me know, and I will say hi to you. That's one side of the axe. Let me know. I respond to every single comment, and I will absolutely know. Be like, oh, wow, this person made it all the way. Line over here. This is the axe part. Line over there, right? You got that side of the axe. And I'm just going to throw some thinner lines there to give it some form of texture. Okay? Let's do that there. Let's see. It's going to have a little bit more of a cheek there. There you go. I'm just kind of molding out the sides. Because, you know, usually I draw him like yelling and stuff, so drawing him like all normal like that, it's pretty funny. Now what I'm going to do is the final touch, and I'm going to go across everything. So I'm going to cover my drawing for a second. And I'm going to the line on the edges. Like, I'm just putting a thicker line around everything. Sorry, I'm just going to cover it up for a second, okay? Forgive me. Let me know how your day is going, by the way. I have, like, the nicest people on here. And how long you've been, like, a Godzilla or King Kong fan. I've been one since I was a little kid. But I think only 5 years ago got into, like, you know what, I gotta own every Godzilla movie. I gotta own every King Kong movie, which I still don't own every King Kong movie. I think I own all of them except one. The sequel to the one of the 80s, I think. Don't have that one. I'll have it eventually, but I recently got that 80s one with, I think Jeff Bridges was in it. Really fun. Line over here, just kind of put a thicker line on the outside of everything. Nothing wild, just, you know, something to do. I just think it looks better when you do that. Let's go over here. Kind of brings the entire drawing together as well. You don't have to go too dark on that line, but go dark enough. And it's just considered good art etiquette to do that for line art. It's just good line art to do that. And over here. Over here now to the bottom, continuing. And it feels good to do this. It just feels like that final step in your drawing. And, you know, usually. And then you can just be like, oh, wow, that was really fun. And I'm glad I have this product. And it's just cool to do. And it's so fun to draw kaijus. If there's any kaiju or if there's anything like Godzilla related you want me to draw, let me know. Let me know and I will make it happen. This one I am going to put a thickness over here just because I want his head to come in front of the axe. So whatever you throw a line of usually comes forward as well if something's overlapping. So just kind of keep that in mind. If something's overlapping, bolden that line, it will come forward. It'll look like it's just closer to the camera than not. So remember that. I want to thank you very much for watching. You're amazing. Share this video if you enjoyed it. Share it on a forum. Share it anywhere. And I want to thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing, and you're the reason I'm here. And I will talk to you. Well, hold on. I want to throw a little stuff here on those little mountains there. Thank you so much. I will see you next time.
All right, and if you want to keep learning how to draw and keep pushing your skills, go right here to this video on here on this side. That video I put because it's the exact same theme as the video you just saw, and I like it as a bit of a pair. So absolutely go check that out right now. Another short video.